Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, tonight's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are definitely some things I would like to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button and bell so you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to tonight's video. Now, like I said in tonight's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are definitely some things I would like to get into when we're talking about this situation with Miss Jourdin Pauline. Now, if you guys haven't heard, I'm pretty sure that you guys have been seeing, her basically, there's a lot of clips, a lot of people have been discussing her basically coming out and alleging that a streamer, and we're all just going to say allegedly Ty Leo because she showed us the names on the call log. We're not even going to fake the phone. She says that allegedly he SA'd her. And, when I first heard about this story over the weekend, I was just like, oh man, okay, let's wait. Sometimes it's not good to just go rush into things. And then I kept looking at these clips and I kept saying, man, what? Like, it just was just so much that was going on, and you don't want to say nothing, but then you did say something, or you showed your chat some names, and it was just a full-on circus. And so as I'm looking at some of these videos and clippings and stuff of her, because I didn't get to catch her while she was on stream, some of the things that she has said has thrown me for a loop. It's very hard to even want to feel sorry for her or empathize with her when you are hearing some of the nasty things that she is saying. And then, to be honest with you, there's this clip that I saw with this brother. And I said, nobody picked up on this but him? And like whoever, I guess, watched this video? Because it's crazy. She says something, and I'm going to get back into it when I come back. But I want you guys to take a listen to a few clips that I have. And then, of course, I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Assaulted at a party, a streamer war party. It's by somebody that you guys love. And I'm tired, bro. I'm getting tired, guys. Just because of how famous this person is, a lot of people is going to take sides, like I said. And I'm trying my best to be a stand-up girl. Not only that, he has a girlfriend. This isn't the first time I've been assaulted, but this is the first time I've been assaulted by someone popular and famous, I guess. He broke my phone. I had no way to get home, you guys. And not only that, he illegally taped me. So then on top of that, he calls me mad that I told his girlfriend on him. You're trying to look up what I got over here. You're trying to look up what I got over here. She should know what type of man she's laying with, that she's living with. Taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? And I'm like, because like I didn't want to and he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend. I hate men. I'm technically going to become, y'all thought I was asexual before. I'm completely, I hate men.
What?
I couldn't even get an apology, you know what I'm saying? So not only did I not get an apology, I got harassed, manipulated, gaslit, everything but an apology. And if niggas would have apologized, I would have reconsidered even speaking on this.
Bro, this is insane to me, bruh. If you apologize to me, I'm not going to accuse you of SA. I'm not going to accuse you of R-wording me. Who says that shit?
What's wrong with you?
Men don't get sexually assaulted?
The boys I've seen saying that I'm a liar. I should get you kicked out of the LGBT community, okay?
You gotta get a gay man kicked out the LGBTQ.
I'm gonna let y'all rock, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, y'all was touched too, and y'all ain't said nothing.
What?
But anyways.
She said if you gay, you were touched.
The truth is not here because
Now, you guys clearly just heard what Jourdin Pauline had to say. this is what I want to say. I understand that there is going to be a lot of people that come at her a certain type of way, because what I didn't include in this video is her basically going back and forth with a lot of people. She called Baby Rich ew, and then came back on the internet and said that he's been really nice to her, and she didn't mean that about him. It just caught her off guard, and yada, yada, yada. She said some things about some other people too, and they did speak on this situation, and maybe that's why she felt like she had to go so hard. But instead of saying like mind your business or just shut the F up, she went in on these people's looks and called them all different types of names and stuff. And like I said, she's a beautiful girl. You know what I'm saying? Very beautiful. But that still don't give you the right to go outside and be talking about all these people. Now, if these people catch you outside and be talking about you or do something else, then what are you going to do? Like, you're just now making waves, like, you know, really with the streamer world and really with music as well. And honestly, I wish that she would have just went straight to law enforcement if she felt this highly that she was violated. The thing that really ticks me off though about this entirety, and the reason why I'm even talking about this situation, is because in that last clip where she says that if niggas would have just apologized, she wouldn't have even spoke on it or anything like that. And I'm like, so if allegedly Talil would have apologized, or whoever it was, if they would have apologized to her, then you wouldn't have talked about it. You wouldn't have brought it to the forefront. If it was that simple of an apology for you to not have brought this to the forefront, you did not have to talk about this at all. And like I said, if you really felt so highly and so, oh no, I was really violated, then you should have went straight to law enforcement. I'm not saying that nothing happened to you, and I'm not saying to discredit you, but I honestly feel, sweetheart, the things that you have led and said in your own streams and the things that have come out of your mouth are foolish. And I don't think that nobody's going to take you serious, especially now. And what I honestly think that you have honestly did, you have made one of the biggest mistakes. Not only did you not take this and keep this behind closed doors and keep this with your management and let them deal with this quietly, you brought it on blast. People in the industry, I mean, we already know, like, if you're doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying, then of course you should be put on blast, absolutely. But the fields that you are playing in, streamers, industry, with your music and stuff like that, you're around a lot of people and a lot of male-dominant spaces. And to be honest with you, people, and I would do this too, just to be honest with you. After something like this would have happened and I'm seeing how it's moving, I don't know how, you know, I would be able to continue or do videos and streams and work with you, because I don't want anything that I do or anything that I say to jeopardize, or you might feel like you have to go put me on blast for any reason. And that's not to say that, well, you shouldn't be thinking or be doing nothing wrong. No, people can take stuff and it can turn any different types of way. And the reason why I feel and I'm saying the way I'm saying is because how did you get in that room with this guy? How was he able to bend you over? If you guys were at a party or at a place that had other people, like, how did you get in this position? That's my main concern there, is how did you even get in this position? And then you kept talking about if he has a girlfriend and da-da-da-da. There were so many clips that were out there. But I mainly wanted to focus on the one where she basically admits that if he would have just apologized, she wouldn't even put him on blast. And I'm like, that's so messed up. So because he threatened you and I'm not saying that that's right, because it's not. I wasn't in the room. I don't know what happened. But what I'm saying is, if I'm telling the world, hey, if I didn't go to the cops straight up and I didn't go to my management team, but I'm coming to the world and I'm telling y'all, hey, y'all, this person did X, Y, and Z to me. And then I come out and say in the same breath, but if he would have apologized, I would have never told y'all about what happened to me that night. Does that make any sense? So, like I said, I think that this is going to, at the end of the day, mess her up. It's going to mess up your relationships. People are not going to feel like they can trust you. And this is with streamers, men, women. And then you said you hate all men. Like, it wasn't every man that did this to you. These were a few men who you've been around and who you've allowed to do these things to you. And I understand you're small, you're a woman, and a whole bunch of things play into these factors. But I'm just questioning, how did you get inside of these rooms where some of these things were transpiring? No, I don't think that because you wear naked clothes and stuff like that, that people have the right to touch you. You can go outside naked, butt booty naked. Nobody should put their hands on you at all. That's my personal beliefs. But the way that I see you with Ben Nadon, Neon, and all these different kind of dudes, I don't know who the tall African dude was, but all these different type of men, I'm looking and I'm like, well, what's going on here? What's going on here? So I don't know if the guys have a certain type of, and you are giving off fantasy. You definitely are. She's a beautiful girl. But at the same time, you calling all these men different names and stuff like that, and then the other ones who have something to say, and you calling them ugly and stuff, like, just keep it cute. Just tell them to mind their business. If they're saying some information that's inaccurate or you don't agree, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you knew that this was going to happen as soon as you brought this information to the forefront. But I think at the end of the day, calling all these brothers different names, and then really you sat out there and you said, I wouldn't even said anything if he would have just apologized. Like, these are people's kids, and people go to jail for this. People lose their life for this. What if somebody else was to take it upon, he out here touching on women, and then take it upon themselves? Because we're living in those times where people just take it upon themselves to just be vigilantes or vigilantes, whatever, them people is. Vigilantes or whatever. People who try to save people, them type of people. And we don't need none of that unnecessary stuff going on, especially if you're going to recant your story and say, well, if he would have just apologized. That just sounds so mind-boggling to me, and that just makes me where I can't even empathize with you, and I can't be, like, sympathetic for you. I'm sorry. I just cannot. That's somebody's kid. And again, how did you get in that room, and how did you get bent over? Like I said, I know she's small, but did he pick you up and manhandle you into the room? Did he force you? Like, what was going on? And don't get it twisted. I've seen how Wizard Kelly was all upon you, so I know that people do have the tendency of just grabbing upon you and just, and you're small. But at the same time, you do have to be careful on what you're doing and what you're allowing to happen to you. Maybe you need to go places with security. But I know saying those things that you said about the alleged, and then I wouldn't have if he would have, that's, if you try to take this up any serious than what you already have, they're going to look at stuff like this. And this is going to play a big part. That's something that, yeah, you probably should have just kept that little part to yourself. The last thing that I would like to talk about before we exit is I thought that it was quite disgusting for her to say that the men who speak about her, who are part of the LGBTQ community, have probably been touched, and that's why, or probably have been SA'd, and that's why they are the way that they are. First of all, there's a lot of people that go through a lot of trauma. There is a lot of people who have had that done to them, and some of them are that way because of this, but not everybody. And then even the ones that have become this way because of something that has happened to them, how dare you come out and say something like that? Like I said, people are going to criticize you. Number one, you should be used to the criticism from people talking about you and how you dress and all this other kind of stuff. That should have been over your head. You should have been able to have tough skin and to take what everybody is saying about you. But to come out and then to say some nasty, disgusting stuff like that, I thought was just real rude, and I thought was a cherry on the top of the ice cream, whatever you want to call it. I just think that it's just disgusting for her to say something like that. So, yeah, it's hard for me, can't be sympathetic towards you, can't be empathetic towards you, can't be any of that. Especially not when you're saying disgusting stuff like this. And again, how did you get in that room? How did you get in those positions? How was he able to call you and to text you and all this other kind of stuff? Not every famous streamer has every other famous streamer's number, so don't go there. Y'all can probably hop in people's DMs. But as far as, so everybody got everybody's number, that's not how this works, sweetheart, and you know that. But you should probably watch your mouth, and if anybody on your management team haven't told you that what you said was wrong, and you're going to lose a lot of fans, and like I said, the industry, they're not going to be playing these type of games. And these dudes who you're trying to collab with and do music with and do all that kind of stuff, once they really see what you really got going on, they're not going to want to deal with you. It don't matter how you look, sweetheart. There are a million yous out there. They just have different names. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all of this, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video respectfully.